Welcome back to Timberborn. So, with the last week, as I was getting ready to play some of the other Timberborn we do on the channel, we had an update that said there was version 1 coming soon. They haven't put a date on it, but it's here. But it's in the experimental branch. So I thought, well, I've never really done the experimental branch. I've always just, played the full version. So I thought, let's find out what we can do. As long as I can play the original ones, and you can, I just have to right click and turn it off, and then it re-downloads the stable version. But so things may be bust, things may not be bust, or whatever. But we'll go through it. There is a whole host of things that they've done in this. What they're going to, I suppose it would be update 8, but that's their last version. And so we're going to play. I don't know how many we're going to play. But we're going to play nonetheless. We're going to do 4 tails because I think that for this experiment is going to be an easy one, and iron teeth, and that's the reason why, is because I'm still trying to get sort of my head around them, and that's on the fortitude playthrough. But anyway, so we're not going to play any of the normal maps because, well, we don't want to do that. I'm not a great lover of this one. It just feels unnatural to me. Diarma, we're already playing new Diarma on the channel anyway, on the update 7, the stable version if you like. We've got Oasis and we've got Pressure. Now I couldn't really decide which one. Pressure's, I loaded it up and had a quick look around. I thought, oh, that looks a little bit too difficult in a sense until you understand the new mechanics. So I think we'll go for the Oasis. We'll do it on normal mode. We're not messing about. Awesome, and we'll get into it. And I'll go through the things that I've noticed. There's a hell of a lot of lists, and I read it, and I have no idea what they're on about there. But I'll see it when I see it, if you get what I mean. So we'll go as we go up, BeaverBrook IV. And I might also put these, if it's in the description, I might also put these files on my server, which you can download and you can have a nose yourself and a playthrough. But you obviously will have to go through the experimental because it won't work on the full version, on the stable version, I should say. So there we go. Let's go pause. So let's see where we are. It's a quite large map, as you can see. It feels natural to me. There's quite a lot to this. We can just go down. I'm not going to spend too long going over things. But I can't see any of these, what I call them big bombs in this. And what they do is explode. I don't know whether they explode if you get close to them, that sets them off. Or they do over a period of time. I'm not too sure about that yet. But we've obviously got these, the bad waters, and they're dormant. So they should activate whenever they want to activate. I don't know whether they activate in sequence or whatever. We've also, well, as you can see, we've got this puddle of water, which is good. Now these are the water seeps. Now I think they do bad water, and if obviously we get bad water, we're going to be a nightmare here. So we might have to do something round it to. It'll only ever get up to, so it's basically constant water. So drought, we don't need to worry because it doesn't do drought, I don't think. It's only going to be 0.8. So we need to, early on-ish, we normally get a bad water maybe on cycle 4, cycle 5, or, from there. We've also got these geothermals as well, which is in this. We don't have them in the stable version. So this is pretty good because we can, I think it's under power, I think. Like here, we can put this geothermal. It costs 160 science. We haven't got any science, we'll have to look at that. But we can, I think we can, yes, we can get up here as well. And then we could power a little bit of industry. So really we don't want too much industry down here, if any. And then we want to get up there as soon as we can so we can power the 2 industries. Now we could link them as well. I don't know how the hell we link them. Whether we link them with the gears or we link them with something else. I don't fully know that yet, but we'll work that out. Let's just put my inaugural. I like an inaugural path around everything. For some reason, I don't know why. We're gonna want the berries just as a, a go-to. What it would be nice is to cut some of this down ASAP. Now I will redesign all this. I'll just go straight now. I'm going to use this as a sort of center, so like a quarter of here or a quarter there, or maybe the center of this, maybe this here, and use zones to do trees and other things, because it's a biggish area, but that's as much as we've got so far. So I don't know how we could do this unless we can get some maybe power to this. Now this is new as well. Once we get power to it, it'll activate and it'll bore itself into the ground. I think it's set to take water out. I think always, but it could do half bad water and half thingy. I'm not overly sure, but again, it's something that we need to be aware of and use as fast as we can. I haven't done. I'm doing this, but I haven't set any cut for this yet. Well, let's just get this in. No pigs. That was a different level. Come on, play it again. Right. So that's going to be going. Do we need a store? We could have a store because that's going to be quite a lot of wood. It's depending on where we want to put everything. Bear in mind the folktales will not procreate until they get more housing. So that's something that we're going to have to look at. But I'd rather sort of maybe look at the housing up here. I don't want to use this because we're going to go potatoes. We'll get the berries. And we'll eat the berries, because that's going to be a decent thing for now. And then we'll get we could get the carrots going first. I haven't fully decided, but it's one of them things. And we also would be nice to get some signs going as well, which we can. I'm not overly worried where they go, because they are going to come down eventually. I'm just going to pause them. So that's our signs. That's our sign set up, because we're going to need the signs to get. We need the stairs. We've got these spiral stairs, as you can see here, and we can rotate them and do whatever. Remember, this is vanilla, so I don't have any access to a ladder or any of the. I only run the hats for the beavers and the ladder mod. We don't have any because they're not guaranteed to work, so I've turned them all off. So I thought that was a better way. It's vanilla. Milli vanilli. 0, nothing. So we'll get some of that. I think they can get 20 of these. Let's just get the berries, because we're going to get rid of them eventually, because we don't want these. Remember, folktales don't use them for getting babies. So this is another bone of contention. I've said this before. Is I really wish you could say which you wanted to eat, which you want them to eat, so they would finish all the berries that I had in my store, and then I'd that be it. But I don't seem to have. I haven't seen that as of yet. But it would be quite nice to have in Timberborn. So I'm just going to let them go, and we need some gathering flags as well, which we've already got. We've already got that. They're going to cut down. We're going to need some water. That's going to be imperative. So we can't go for the lads, because obviously for obvious reasons, because we haven't got. If I do maybe 2 there, and just pause these. I can just set things up. I don't need to build them yet. It's about setting the storage in it. We obviously haven't got any of this So we haven't got any wood yet, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. Eventually, I want them out of the way. Maybe I want them on the platform completely, because I want this to be as much as I can. So now they're cut in. Are they doing the berries? Yeah, we've got a berries. We've got some berry seeds. We haven't got 130. Now, as you can see here, they've moved this information. It's at the top. But there's other things still down on this bottom side that I don't like. They either put it back where it is, or put the other bit of the information up here, or even on the right hand side would, you know, half on here wouldn't be too bad, because you tend to miss it down there. But yeah, this is like what we had down at the bottom, but it's just sat there now. I'm not too sure. Now we also had before we had logs up here, but now they've gone into where I think they should have been, because it is materials. It makes sense. Not too sure what the bad water situation this is for, but I'm sure we'll get to that eventually. Now they're going like that. So, how many logs have I got? I'm going to enable that. We'll put some water in there. We prioritize that. So that's good. They're going to... I miss my hats because I know where the builders are. Let's get it on a little faster. Don't want to go too fast. Not for early on. I don't like to go too fast. I like to set myself up and go from there. Now, I'll just pause, sorry. Just want to talk about this. So, we want to get it up here as fast as we can, because these are all got 8. Although we have got a lot down here. Now, we do need a forester. So remember, like I said, we're going to need the stairs, but we're also going to need the forester. Now, fortunately, the forester now has gone cheaper, but we do need the planks. So we're going to need the lumber mill done sort of early. We've got 2 options. We can run the power, not that one, the power wheel. Or we could try and get this, but depending on how much science, there's quite a lot of science just to get that going. But it's depending on what we want to do first. I always try. I want to get I mean, we should be okay for a little while before we get any. Well, drought isn't going to be a problem because this doesn't do anything, so that's going to be fine. And obviously I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this here as well. They're still children at the moment, but we are gonna need for them to be able to housing. I'm not too sure where I want the housing. I don't think I really want the housing down here. I'd rather have the housing over here. The reason why is because, again, I could use this for agriculture. I think that's more important, getting that going. And we can redesign some of this later on. Don't want to go too far there because I probably could get another science. We could have another one of these, you know, here, something like that. Doesn't have to be. It's just there, and another one there. So yeah, it's just there to sort this out. I think the housing could probably go down here, but we'll see. I just want to get this going first. We are there. I'm going to bump it up to 23 hours. And we're going to get our first small tank. We can do this. I know there's there's also a... I'll just delete them. And we've also got this. So that's the delete. We've also copy settings and duplicate, which I think is amazing. So we could do this, like this, and then pause. And I've already got the water going. Fan-dabby dozy, that is. So that's new in what's going to be in 1. We've also got these, if I can find one while we're waiting for this to do. I know I'm sure there's something somewhere that is. There's what they call relics. That's another one of these aquifers. So that's actually one of them that these can drill in. You can see here. That's an aquifer under there, I think. There you see. So that's another drill that we can use. It's quite nice, actually. But I don't know whether... There's two here, but I don't know whether this would cause a problem. As we can see. But it would be nice that... I assume this is going to be water, and then this would run the water down here. So we'd have to block off this here. But I don't know how high that's going to be. So that's another question. Yeah, there's a relic somewhere where you get science points for sort of nothing, but I can't see them at the moment. Right, water's coming in. We've got 20. I'll do another one of these, because I might as well. Right, now we're starting. So now I'm going to have to look into this. The housing at least. I'll leave that over there. I suppose I could put the housing. I'll leave this block for them. I don't want to go over to that block because obviously they can't. I want to possibly do something like this maybe. It's not going to stay. But I don't want to get it too close to that because we're going to use that obviously. But I'd rather have them off the this. And what might be nice to happen, we've got two of them in there. What are we worried about? Got no shelter whatsoever. Okay, we'll sort that in a minute. Don't you worry. Well, we got food. Am I going to have to possibly have a little store? For berries. I'll get them so they can be eaten, and then that way I'm going to ditch all these then, and then we're going to build. We're going to have some. We actually need, to be honest with you, we're going to need a efficient farm as well. Where do I want the efficient farm? Sort of halfway here. I don't want it fully over there because that way I'm not like. But it would have been better. Well, it's not. No matter where I go, it would have been here. Would have been the best one. But it doesn't matter. I can have two. Two's going to be better anyway. So we'll have one of them, and we'll get that built. I don't want to. I don't want to say what I want to have at the moment. But plant crops. Carrots. Carrots might be the best at this precise moment. So we'll flood ourselves with carrots and just go from there, because then that way we're getting something going. I've got 25 logs. Water situation is holding steady. Let's build one of them and one of them, because we're going to need to do research, and we're getting got to be careful of this as well. In fact, I'll go both, and I'll put that. I'll put that on there, but I'll put this, making this, because I want to make sure that I get at least. I think there's 3 can go in there, so that means I'm going to need 4. Plus whatever extra I want. Is that going to be enough? And can they actually reach... They can reach that one and they can reach that one. So these two coming. Right, so now we're going to get some science points. We can keep an eye on this here. There we go. We'll get some science points coming in now. The most important one is going to be 70 for the stairs, because that'll give me access up here, which then will allow me to get more wood, and that's the first one. How are we doing with water? We'll enable another one. Let's put that down to there. Right, that's 3, yeah, so we get 3 in. It'd be a good idea to do a second one. I mean, there's quite a lot here, but there's, like I said, there's no forester. It's not forested to be able to forest this out. Maybe I'll use like this as the center and this here, so we'll have maybe half. No, we'll probably use half of this as pine, because that gives us a lot of it, and then this section here could be the oaks. We want oaks going. Then we want here some potatoes, but I want to put because this is going to need a grill. I'd rather put the grill up here, sort of thing, than because there's the green here is a bit patchy. It certainly won't do anything there, but it will. I'm trying to maximise for the food. That's what I'm trying to do. We haven't got any... Where the hell is everything else going? I've got 4 logs left. They're doing that first. I probably want them to do this first. No, saying that though, no, probably wouldn't. Since we've got that, have they got all of that in? If they've got all of that in, I'm going to pause this, because I can't do nothing for 3 days. No, 4 days. So I might as well pause that out and use them for something else. And I've got to get 9 here as well. Come on. Come on, guys. Do as me thing, will you? I'm not getting rid of them berries yet, but they will go soon. I need 70 before we get anywhere near this. Right, that's good. I've got 1 left, you see, and now they're going to start. They're growing up, but I've got to get more. I've got to get more than these. This is only enough for the initial 12. I'm going to need about 15. I think carrots can. What it might actually be though, what instead of waiting, I'll do that there. Turn this on. They can they'll plant the potatoes as well. I can't get the thing at the moment, but at least they're going to take 6 days, and these are going to then come in, and I can get this going. I can plan it out. I just can't do it yet. So if I do it in this top corner, pause, and just run it around this. Is that all right? Yeah. Well, I might lose a. Well, I am going to lose a bit, Anna. There's no two ways about it, but that's sort of okay. And I'll plant. And I think they can get. How far can they get? No, they can get that far. I will have another one here eventually. And they'll do both. Probably have more potatoes in here. Potatoes are important because they're a good source of food. Because you do one and you get 3. You see, 4. You get 3 and you get 4. I think you used to get 4, but I think now you only get 3. Right, let's enable this. Enable this. I've got 55 in science points, so I'm almost there. My idea that I'm just going to set up this now, but I'm not going to do them. Oh, it's there. I'll turn it around here now, and I'll turn that around. I'm not really bothered about what angle they are. I tend to be a player that does like a lot of side. I just leave it going. What you do is you tend to put it in here. So if they're not, I'll put this down again. So if they're not actually doing anything, you know, there's someone employed. They'll go into the science, and then that way we don't have to worry. We got 19 left. Now I've got a full complement of water as well, which is another thing. Oh, that was what I was going to do, wasn't I? I can't do them all. I'm going to do this line, but that will do. Food. I always get this sunflower to there. No, 1 over. I'll redo this because I'm not happy about the order they are, because I want this maybe to this half, like I said. So this potatoes and this it could be sunflower and that could be thing, but they'll do something. That's fine. Hey, got 3. Get on. Sleep's going to be thirst is another issue, but it's not that the major. 22. Right now. So we got the signs here. Where would I want to put this? I don't want to put it in the way of any of this. I'm going to unlock. But the problem being is I'm going to need planks. And that's the problem. I'm going to need more wood, which means the only option I've got at this precise moment is to create my own power. Which is a real pain, but it is what it is. I'll dump it because I'm going to get rid of it. I'll dump it there, and then we'll have the lumberjack going there. There's no way I can get 160 science points that fast. Well, I could do. Well, no, I'm probably going to run out of wood is the problem. Because I think it costs... So it costs planks as well anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So there's no way I can build it without building this anyway. So we'll build this. I also want to get, because I've only got 12, I need to have at least 2 more houses. Again, these can move. These'll move. Then we'll put this down. Yeah, we'll leave this first. This will allow me to get, because the beavers are going to die eventually. If they die, if I lose too many, I lose the game. So you've got to be like. I've also got to consider. We've got some storage. We get medium, which is just this here. Don't particularly like it where it is though. Again, I don't want. I could do that there. Would that give me? What would that give me? Let me see. I can do that. I suppose I'm just going to have to use some of this, aren't I? Most of the carrots are almost going to be picked. So we've got 21 food left. The carrots are on 80% and the potatoes are only on 35%. So it's going to be a bit touch and go. You weren't supposed to be getting built. It's you who's supposed to be getting built. How did you do that first? I want this. I want these to, because I want to get more beavers in. I'm not too worried about water yet. I'm more worried about not having the food. Food's coming in. I can see the berries. You see, the berries take a while. They ain't gonna be. Ooh. How I managed to do that, but still, it must have been a button I was pressing. That's only going to take logs. I've only got 14 logs. Now, how are we doing with logs? We're not doing too bad. Got loads of science points, or I'm getting loads of science points. That means there's 100 and something now. Although there's absolutely no point unlocking the forester because I need the actual lumber to be able to get this going. Yeah, that will give me another one. I'm going to pause this one. This is another 3, so that would be give me a potential to have another 3 kiddies. We've got 3 in there, 3 in there, 3 in there, 3 in there. So we got 3 beds free, and that'll do that. Now I want to get this in. This will have to stop, and I'll probably have to go down on this as well. They're picking this in, so that's good. There should be replanting as well at the same time. I might, once we've got this going, we'll pause him for now. This is the difficult thing on a start of a map. You're always robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're thinking, oh, if I do this, do that. Once we get the cheer going, it's going to be absolutely worth white things. That's why I'm not worried about getting the signs. As long as I've got enough wood down here, that's the problem. And there's quite a lot of wood still to be picked down here. But obviously the forester needs to do the forester things. I'm not doing too bad with carrots, but I think I've almost got to the edge of the amount of carrots that I can actually store. That will be for carrots. That will be for grilled, but I'm going to pause. This is going to be another problem because obviously there's no store for the potatoes either. Get rid of this debacle. It's not the place that I want them. That's for sure. I'll put this for the grilled because I can pause that, and I'll put this for the potatoes. Now they'll probably what they'll do is I've got 20 logs. That's good. Just gonna get this built, and then this can go. I need what do I need? When I unlock this paths, I need 4. I'll unlock that now, and then that can be. And what we'll do is we'll get the gathering, and we'll get this cut down already. When that's obviously got 4, I'm going to keep that's 3. And then I'm going to just pause this again because I don't. Right, that'll be enough. That should be enough to build this. I don't want to take too many logs away for obvious reasons. We got 67% on that. The carrots are still carroting. Probably we could do with some more water here as well. Yeah, that log will be already going in. We need the planks from here to be able to put this in here, and then that way we're in a better situation. And then by that time I can decide where I want. You can actually force, in some respects, this to be cut in a certain way. What I can do is just turn off some of this stuff, like the green, and just get it to cut this area. Which then I could have the forester down here, or a couple of foresters maybe. And the reason why I'm saying a couple of foresters, well, I might put 2 down, but only enable 1. Right, this can come up. This would be great because I've got this here. I'm going to get some more water now. That can be enabled. We've got 2 children. I've got nobody that's died yet, but that doesn't make a lot of difference. Carrots are getting done, but I'm still worried about not having enough food. Especially now I've got all this lot. Let's unmark this. Fact. Did I set that for getting rid of? I think I did. I'm going to build another one of these. So I've got enough food going. Now the good thing about this is we've got aqua farm as well here, so that's another thing that we can do as well with the cocktail roots and the spaddock, which will need to be in the grill. This is almost getting done. Now I'm going to need to keep pressing the wrong thing. Flip that. That can now be built. This, I think I've got enough so far. I don't want to go too far, and I'm keeping an eye on that. This now is running. I've got tons of logs, so I'm not worried about logs. I'm going to get these building, I'm going to get this going. I'm also going to get this going. And the grilled. We've got, obviously, options for... in fact, what I'll do is I'll step this down and go for this first. Got quite a bit of carrots in there. The flipping berries are gone. I can also turn these off when they go and get this. Oh, they haven't got the... Oh, I've got 5. Now, that's good. The reason why 5 is good, because they've now got 20% working speed and another thing. Now, we might... What's really good for them is... I think it goes in well-being, actually. Would be a nice campfire. That's going to cost me 15 in logs. And we really want a campfire up here somewhere. So that might be a building that we build. Pause that. I know it's not in a great... This is not going to stay, let's well say. It's just... to get... Ooh, that's not good. Wait a minute. You could get rid of this and get rid of this. This might be for some storage, these little things, and then that way they'll be happy with that with a bit of a campfire. This is almost running. I've got a lot more food, and this is just about to come to fruition as well. But I need this running before I can actually get them going, and I need this running as well. So I've got enough. I've got 130 science points, which means I can unlock the forester. I'm going to pause on that. And I'm going to set this just around here. And then he can build that when he wants to. I don't think I've got enough to run this. I have got enough to run that, so I'll run that. I need 7. I will be doing some more on this side as well. Like this, I'll just do it the same. And run that on the inside. For now. Sorry, for now. I just want 7 logs just to build 7 planks to build that. And then we cook it on gas. I'm going to enable that, but I'll put that further down. This should be further up. Right, the potatoes are coming in. Everything is working quite nicely. Grilled. I'll have that going as well. Probably shouldn't enable everything all at the same time. But what the hell? That can go further down. That can carry on. And why is that stopped? Because they're having a tete-a-tete. We will be getting rid of all this eventually. I've got one plank now. Obviously, this is costing me two that I can do somewhere else. We've got a bit still there. I've still got a bit down here as well. I wonder why there's something going funny. Right, I've got enough for 4 free beds, so that's an extra 4 beavers, which is good. The decent thing about the efficient farm is that we get 3 in here. We only get is it 2? I think 2 in Iron Teeth. So this is already, you see, this is the problem. I've got everything's already, but I don't have enough efficient farm to be able to do everything. So until this gets built, I can't get another one in. 7, right. Pause that, pause that. Don't need any more. Oh, 6, that's good. It's probably to do with food in that. Yeah, we got the grilled potatoes, we've got the carrots. Sunflower seeds have not come in yet. Grilled thingy. Yeah, I definitely need this to be done. Food is not doing too bad. That's only at a... Right, the grilled... They'll now do more. They've got 120 space, I know, but at the end of the day, it would be nice for them to be able to do all this and just carry on and doing it. Obviously, it costs logs to run it. But they're doing... I still have not got this built yet. So I'm trying to get this built first. We'll probably close it a bit earlier than we normally do, just as a semi-precaution. We can get right to the end of here, so I can put some more sunflowers. I think I'm going to redesign this eventually, but I'm not like overly concerned at the moment. Right. How many can I get in there? That's the question. I can only get 2 in there. Is that with these still being in? No, it's not. This is next. And this must be manned. These are still manned. They don't seem to be putting any flipping thing down. I did put it. Yeah, I did do that. Is it because I've got no storage? It is because I've got no storage. I've got no plank storage. I've got no wood storage, I should say. I'll do that there. It's not ideal, but it's sort of close enough to that, and it's close enough to this. And we do this now, and then we'll get that built, and then that way I won't worry about logs. You see, because I'm about full up. I can't cut any more logs. I could also get an extra water. That would be nice. No, I forgot about that. We could put that there. That could go to normal. This was for potatoes. Which shall I label? That can be done. And this needs to be built ASAP. So come on, guys. Put this down to there. Put this down to there. That's at full. This is not going to run. This is still going. So I think we're not doing too bad. I've got back down to 12. That probably means there's 4. Yeah. The others are probably spawn, born, grow up, grow up. We haven't lost any yet. Yeah, this is a new. I don't like that. I'd rather have this that big thing. I think that was quite cool. Lack of builders. That's a bit of a problem. I got a lack of everything. Let's pause this. That's gonna give me back 2 builders. I need to make sure the builders are in there. So they're gonna be. So I was wondering why the hell it wasn't building. Anyway, let's leave it there. So again, this is the experimental. We don't know how long before this is going to go over to the thing. Is, you know, maybe I'll do this a couple of times in a week. I'll move some of the other ones around. So I may move the Fortitude to Monday. This can be on a Wednesday. Then we've got a Friday of the other one. Then we might have this on a Sunday. So we might have one every other day. So hope you don't mind that. Having a bit more of a Timberborn. The others are obviously still going on a Saturday. They will be finishing soon. So look out for some of that. Certainly look out for the waterfall one. It's going to be for me it's going to be a banger. Because obviously I've not done some of the stuff on there that before. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. You know me, if you've known this channel for a while, I love this game. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It just every time I play, I get so much enjoyment. I know it sounds nerdy and stupid and a bloke is 51, but it really does. And I can't praise it enough. I'm wondering what they're going to do after the version. Once they've got the version 1, how long before they're going to do a Timberborn 2? Are they going to come up with something else? Which will be really fascinating to find out. But anyway, take care. We will see you in the next experimental of this. It's called Oasis, so look out for that, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.